Zach Zenner's released. Are they going to rue the day here? Are they going to rue the day? Because Zach Zenner falls in a line, and Tony Ortiz tweeted out a list, and I wonder how many people could come up with favorite Detroit backups where there was outrage when he was released. When that guy was released. And I got mad about a guy, and I couldn't have been more wrong, but I got mad about Anthony Zettel getting released. And I was concerned that they had no pass rush, and a year later, whether they had this plan or whatever, they're fine.
Well, they were fine with Romeo Okwara, whoever. I mean, they were last year. I mean, those guys did just fine, and without Zettel on the line. But yeah, they're not going to rue the day that they release Zach Zenner. I mean, Zach Zenner was at best fourth on the depth chart, right? So no, they're not going to rue the day. I wish him nothing but the best. Zach Zenner's an easy guy to like. Mm-hmm. He was one of those effort guys. When he got his opportunities, it looked like he made the most of his opportunities. Now, for the Lions last year, when he was making the most of those opportunities, it was in mop-up time at the end of the season. The Green Bay game, he had a great game, but it was against Green Bay's second and third team, and the Lions had second and third team guys out there. But he looked good. Got himself in great shape after. Didn't he break his back or something crazy? He had some kind of back injury and got himself in tremendous shape and was ready to play. And I think them releasing him yesterday does him a favor because it gives him some time that maybe he can latch on to another team that wants another depth running back rather than releasing him after the game on Friday. Or Thursday.
Thursday. I had that thought, but I mean, it's not like he's. I don't understand why they wouldn't keep him around for this Thursday, like for their own sake.
Because they probably won't play Kerryon Johnson. I don't know how much C.J. Anderson they're going to play.
I mean, not much.
So that means Ty Johnson gets a lot of playing time.
Yeah, the conclusion is that Ty Johnson has won this job.
Yeah.
But, okay, what happens if Ty Johnson then gets a bunch of carries and gets hurt?
Well, I don't know how many carries. They've got this Thompson kid, too, that they're going to give a chance to. And maybe they've got other running backs that are there that they haven't cut yet that are going to be cut. I suppose. Depth guys that just for the sake of having practice players.
The timing of it seems odd to me to just make sure that you're covered in case Ty Johnson gets hurt. Zach Zenner, you know, if you still got him, you just keep him. But I
think this is what I think teams do this a lot, where they like a player, but they know they don't have a spot for him. And they think he's played well enough where he might latch on somewhere else. I think this is what the NFL does a lot of. Okay, we're going to release you now, so maybe you can hook up with somebody else before the last preseason game so you can make an impression on somebody else because you can't make that impression afterwards.
Well, Zenner's a tough runner. He's a good special teams guy. Clearly, Ty Johnson has won his spot. Also, this is probably impacted by the fact that linebacker and offensive line, they might need to keep an extra guy because of Ragnow or because of Jared Davis. Zenner's career in Detroit, if it indeed is over, and he's been released before and came back. Remember when he got himself in phenomenal shape? 88 carries, 334 yards, 3.8 yards per carry, and 4 touchdowns. They have until 4 p.m. Saturday. There's 36 more guys that have to be shown the door. Remember they used to do cutdowns and waves, and now they just do one big. But
cut whenever you want.
At the end of the day, I wonder how many people out, when they heard the news that Zach Zenner was released, what their thought was. Whether their thought was, because part of me has a good, there's somebody better kind of feeling. I mean, right? They're not going to release.
Well, I think in years past, people would have been like, oh, why not give this guy a shot? He's shown he can do short yardage situations, things like that. Right. But with the emergence of Ty Johnson this preseason, I don't think anyone even cares anymore.
No, I think a lot of Ty Johnson.
Yeah.
People are good with that, but I do think this, Kang, and maybe you feel this way or not. I was a little bummed just because I like Zach Zenner. I think he's a great story, and I think he's a likable guy. But that's it. I'm only bummed for that. I'm not bummed because I think the team's worse, because I don't think the team's worse, because I think Ty Johnson's got a ton more upside than Zach Zenner does.
Yeah, and as much of a nice guy as Zach Zenner seemed to be, I mean, that's all the reports you would hear from the beat guys and even teammates and things like that. I don't get why they didn't just keep him and use him for the final game, because I don't think latching onto another team. I just don't see with 3 or 4 days, not even 2 days left before the final season for every final game for every team in the league right now for the preseason. This is a team, and maybe they've learned, but this is a team that didn't give Calvin Johnson back certain part of his signing bonus. So to do a solid for Zach Zenner, I mean, he's Zach Zenner.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm with you.
Well, they're not paying him money.
No,
I mean, this is just. I think this goes on.
I do too, but I don't know why. What the benefit is of Detroit releasing him now?
Yeah, run him, run Thompson, run Stockton. They just re-signed.
In fact, I think it does him more good to keep him in hand on the ball 20 times.
If he gets hurt, he gets hurt. You're going to cut him anyways, right? I mean, not to be. Of course, they don't hope he gets hurt, but yeah, I don't find it weird. I'm not up in arms about it. I like the guys are going to keep in Johnson and CJ and carry on. So
if he gets hurt, they're financially obligated to take care of him at that point.
If that's the case, that would make sense. But yeah, other than that, I have no problem with them releasing him, I guess. I mean, it seems weird just because, like I said, just for the last game, I'd keep him for that.
Look, this guy was a bit of a cult hero in Detroit, maybe even more than that. I mean, people think that Zach Zenner, if given the opportunity, remember the one guy? I remember a guy called before last year and said he should get the ball 15 times a game. 15 times a game in the run and the pass game. Almost thinking that Zach Zenner should be a featured part of the Lions offense.
So they've gotten rid of Zach Zenner and Theo Riddick in the last, couple months, right?
Yep.
Brings a tear to your eye a little bit.
Not really.
No, not at all.
I mean,
no, but he's one of those backup players that I think fans love. Absolutely
useful, but I don't think by any stretch of the imagination. The only thing that's odd to me about this is the timing.
Is he the Lions version of Donnie Kelly, baby?
Well, that's one of the names that Ortiz tweeted out of the backups that people freaked out when they were let go. Who you got? 248-539-9797. Ticket text 97136. Who would be high on the list of backups that you or someone you know or you heard on this radio station or you saw on social media or you and your boys all freaked out because they were let go? And Zenner, at this point, I don't know if there's going to be freak out, but it's certainly a guy that people liked. They definitely liked him. 248-539-9797. Ticket text 97136. It's Karsch and Anderson here on 97.1 The Ticket.